This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for October 10, 2023. And in the news this evening, beryllium team attacked by gunmen in Harborview. Police have launched a manhunt for gunmen who attacked a beryllium security team in Harborview, St. Andrew on Tuesday afternoon. Information reaching the news is that about 12:30 p.m., the beryllium team arrived at the Harborview shopping center to deliver cash at a bank when the guards were attacked by several gunmen. A shootout ensued before the gunmen escaped. There were no reported injuries. Man on Westmoreland's most wanted list turns himself in, charged with murder. A man who was accused of chasing and shooting another man in Cornwall District, Westmoreland on Thursday, August 10, has turned himself in after being added to the parish's most wanted list, the police said. Charged with murder is 26-year-old Nico Finlay, otherwise called Matic, of Deans Lane in Montego Bay, St. James, and Hertford District in Petersfield, Westmoreland. He is charged with the death of 21-year-old Ronaldo Moore, otherwise called Chin, a furniture maker of Cornwall District. Reports from the Savannah Lamar police are that about 8 p.m., Moore was standing among a group of people along the roadway when Finlay approached him. Finlay reportedly pulled a firearm from his pants and opened fire at Moore, who ran away in a bid to escape. Moore was reportedly chased and shot multiple times. He was assisted to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Following an investigation and being listed on the Westmoreland Most Wanted list, Finlay turned himself into the police in the company of his attorney on Monday, October 9. Charges were subsequently laid against him. His court date is being arranged. 2 men killed in Spanish Town. 2 men were gunned down in Spanish Town, St. Catherine Tuesday morning, sending motorists and shoppers scampering for cover in the busy capital town. The murders happened at the intersection of Young and Nugent Streets this morning, about a few minutes after 9. The police are doing operations in and around the town center, pursuing leads into the double murder, Senior Superintendent of Police Howard Chambers, head of the St. Catherine North Division, told the news. The shooting led to sections of Young Street in Spanish Town being cordoned off by forensic investigators following the fatal shooting of 2 men. It is reported that at about 9 a.m., a group of men were conversing along Nugent Crescent and Young Street when they were attacked by gunmen. When the shooting ended, 2 men were reportedly found suffering from gunshot wounds. They were rushed to the Spanish Town Hospital, where they were pronounced dead. PNP councillor caretaker slapped with rape charges. People's National Party councillor caretaker Tyrone Guthrie has reportedly been charged with the forcible abduction and the rape of a 16-year-old. Guthrie, who is the councillor caretaker for the Friendship Division in Westmoreland, is accused of raping a 16-year-old female student at his home in June. The councillor caretaker was charged after he turned himself over to the police. Reports are that around 3:30 p.m. on June 15, the 16-year-old girl went to Guthrie's home to assist him in pulling out his hair. It is alleged that on completion, she went into the accused man's house to get her cell phone, and as she was about to exit the door, he held on to her hand. It is further alleged that the teen was held down and forced to have sexual intercourse against her will. A report was made to the police and an investigation was launched. On Monday, Guthrie reportedly turned himself into the police and was subsequently charged after a question and answer session. Beachy Stout's wife cried out for mother while being killed, Hitman claims. Devlin Minot, who was allegedly contracted by Everton Beachy Stout MacDonald to kill the businessman's wife in 2020, testified on Tuesday that she cried out for her mother while being stabbed repeatedly by Oscar Barnes, the man who was subcontracted to do the killing. Tonya MacDonald was killed on July 20, 2020, and her charred body found beside her motor vehicle on the Sherwood Forest main road in Portland. Manon told the court during the murder trial of Beachy Stout and Barnes that Tonya fought and wrestled with Barnes while he choked her from behind inside her Toyota Axio motor car. He grabbed her around her neck from backways and started to stab her. She shouted out and said, "My mother want me, my mother want me," and then me start to blood spray out of her, the witness said, explaining that Tonya ended up in the back seat of the car because of how intense the struggle was between herself and Barnes. According to the witness, he just stood there and watched as Barnes did the job he was subcontracted to do. Court then went on 15 minutes break. When the trial resumes after the break, the jury will hear testimony of what occurred next. Westmoreland teen accused of stabbing man charged. A 17-year-old boy is facing charges of wounding with intent following reports that he stabbed and injured a man during a dispute in Green Jail, Westmoreland on Tuesday, October 3. Reports from the Savannah Lamar police are that about 10:30 a.m., a man was standing beside his motorcycle along the roadway when the teen approached him. It is alleged that a dispute developed between them and the teen used a knife to inflict wounds to the man's body. The injured man reportedly collapsed and fell to the ground. The police were alerted and the complainant was rushed to the hospital where he was treated and released. The teen was subsequently arrested and charged on Thursday, October 5, following a special operation in his community, police said. His court date is being finalized. Disgraceful, Bunting accuses government of selectively leaking Integrity Commission report. Leader of opposition business in the Senate, Peter Bunting, has ripped into the government, accusing the Andrew Holness-led administration of holding onto, then leaking a report from the Integrity Commission to the media. The damning IC investigation report, which cites a conflict of interest and other breaches on the part of National Water Commission President Mark Barnett, was submitted to Parliament on October 3 for tabling. The Commission stated in a press release that hard copies of the report were submitted in separate envelopes under cover of identical letters and addressed to Juliet Holness, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Senator Tom Tavares Finson, President of the Senate, and Valerie Curtis, Clerk to the Houses of Parliament. Speaking Tuesday during a People's National Party press conference, Bunting accused the presiding officers of the Parliament of abusing their positions after receiving the reports from the Commission. The understanding and the convention is that so soon as these reports are received, they are tabled at the first opportunity, Bunting noted. He then suggested that the convention was breached and pointed the finger of blame squarely at the feet of the presiding officers in general, but the government in particular. There's a report, the NWC report, that is not yet tabled, that was delivered to the Parliament last week, Tuesday morning. There was Parliament Tuesday afternoon, the House of Representatives sat, and the Senate had a meeting on Friday morning, and in neither of these sittings was the report tabled, Bunting outlined. He added that the report is being selectively leaked to the media so that we see stories this morning about the said report that has not yet been tabled, and I think that is disgraceful that one of the presiding officers of Parliament that received that report has shared and leaked it but not tabled it. I think it shows that it's more important to them to establish a practice of holding back the report, selectively leaking, putting a spin on it, whatever spin that the government may want, and that certainly was never the intention for an independent commission of Parliament. It is an abuse of their office, it's disgraceful, and the public should not stand for it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.